Good morning, everyone. Just giving it a second. I am going to turn off comments for this video, just for the beginning while the discussion is going on, just so that the guest does not have comments on top of her face. So I'll turn those comments off, and then at the end I'll turn them back on if anyone has any questions that they want to ask or anything like that. So let me see if I know how to turn the comments off. That was a big promise for me. Oops. Oh heavens. Okay. Well, turn off commenting. Ha! Okay. I win this round, Instagram. Okay, so today's conversation is going to be discussing just in general Black Lives Matter, that movement in the US and worldwide kind of as well. It'll also be discussing like racism in the yoga community specifically and with the community on Instagram. I apologize in advance if my cats are making noise and being psychos. They're a little jazzed this morning. So yeah, we'll be discussing Black Lives Matter, racism in the yoga community, Breonna Taylor and the disappointment from that, and all that kind of stuff. So my guest that I have invited and has so graciously agreed to come on and chat with me today is Renee Watkins. And I've been following Renee on Instagram for a few years now, on my personal Instagram account. Before I obviously created the Harmonious Hippy account. And Renee is a doula, a Reiki practitioner, an event planner, jewelry maker, and yoga instructor based in Nashville. And she strives to create opportunities for undeserved and mistreated, underserved, my apologies, and mistreated communities with yoga in mind as the whole kind of basis of the thing. Some of these initiatives include Naked Soul Yoga, which aims to provide confidence and body positivity, Yoga for My People, Black Men Bend, goodness, which makes Black men an equal piece of the equation. That would be my cat. And excuse me, Poetry in Motion Live, which combines multiple art forms. Renee also runs an event company called Watkins Productions LLC and a jewelry company called the Sunflower Rose Collection, which is like stunning, like mala beads and that kind of thing for like meditation and just, you know, looks because they're pretty. So you can find more information and connect with Renee at her website, imreneewatkins.com, or on Instagram at imreneewatkins, and that is RENEE. And you can also shop her jewelry on Etsy at Sunflower Rose, the Sunflower Rose. So I am going to get this started now. Let me invite her to the chat. Send request. Did I do it right? I think it's. Hey girl!
Hi. How are you?
How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up at my place now, so.
Okay, cool.
Perfect time.
Perfect. I hope I did you right with my bio that
You did. I was listening. I was like, hey, she got it.
for the words that I could actually say correctly to the moment. Apparently I'm a little possessed today.
It's early, so.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
Hey, so I'm good. How are you doing? How is everything?
You know, I think I'm just in the moment, you know? Just like in the moment, just kind of soaking in this week. It has been kind of rough to say the least, but you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying to, I don't know, like live through some of the shit that we got going on. You know? And then understanding that people, we were just talking about people care more about like buildings than they do people. And that, I don't know, it blows my mind.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. It is messed up, right? For sure. For sure. Oh, well, Let's get started. I have a couple of questions here that I wrote down. So the first sort of thing that I wanted to ask about is your sort of personal experience with racism as a Black woman, as a Black woman living in the United States and also in the yoga community, Instagram.
Um, so I have this story about my daughter. My daughter's 13 now, but I remember when she was like Anaya was maybe 3 months old, and my first experience with racism was then, where like there's this really pretty little white girl, and she had to be like 4 or 5, and she walks up to like her basket in Walmart, and she looks over, and she's like, she's so pretty, and then she says, "Mom, that's a pretty nigger baby," and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Right? And I really wanted to punch that kid so hard because I just like it wasn't her fault, right? It wasn't her fault because it's clearly something that she had learned being so young. But I wanted to punch her.
Yeah.
Like I really wanted to punch the little kid. And then like
Yeah.
her mom instead of going like, no, don't say that, she's like, oh, she is. And I was just like this moment of like knowing that I have this small kid in this basket, right? This baby in this basket, and then like there's two fucking animals just like right here, and that was my very first experience with racism. And yeah, like my very first time in my whole life. And I just, even now, like thinking about that, and this idea of like it's racism is a learned behavior, right? Like it's learned. That's not something that people just come into the world and that's what they're feeling. But that kid, understand that how, because I have two children, understanding how young she was, she didn't know what that word meant. Like she
Yeah.
didn't understand what the fuck she was saying. But I was still so annoyed that someone would teach a kid that. And it just goes to show like how in the rest of the world people are taught that so fucking young. Like they start them so young. But
Yeah.
then it's like if somebody's evil, at what point do you teach other people evil? Like it's like if you're living that, then
Where
it's
can
not
you stop it?
right. It's not that you're necessarily teaching them anything. They're just like learning what you do and what you say. And if like she associates black people with that word, then it's not necessarily that anybody taught her that. She just heard her mom or her dad or this person or that person say it, and so she's saying it to other people. And ooh, like I really wanted to punch that kid. Like I
That's
really wanted to.
brutal.
Yeah. And then even outside of that, like in the yoga community, going into spaces where a lot of times I'm the only black person, and I think um, sometimes it's really funny to me that I'll go into a class to teach, like, or I'll sub for someone else, and then they're like, "Oh, well, newbies belong in the back," and I'm like, "I know, right? Because I'm black, I can't be an experienced yoga teacher." But then
Mhm.
when I start teaching, they're like, "Oh shit, like,"
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or just when I'm not teaching, if I'm in a class and I sit in the front because I know what the fuck I'm doing, or wherever I sit, and then like they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't be right there," and then at the end of the class, "You have such a beautiful practice.
Yeah.
Why don't you teach me? So shut the fuck up," you know? And it's just
Yeah.
like everywhere you see it, like even on down to the way yoga meditation is advertised. It's always like some skinny blonde haired white chick on the advertisement, and it's like,
Mhm.
no, like that's not, and even outside of just like the black and white, like the body types that they just stamp on yoga,
Yeah.
like someone like you and me, you wouldn't see like on a big yoga flyer, and it's
Mhm.
even when people want me to do classes for them, I always have to make it a point, like, and I'm not trying to be funny, don't put a white chick on the flyer. Like,
Yeah.
no, you can go through my Instagram account
Yeah.
or I can send you pictures, but don't put one of those stock out photos of a white chick on a fucking flyer if I'm teaching it, because I'm not going to teach it.
No, exactly.
Like, there's no
Exactly.
point in me teaching the
Advertise what
class.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all almost annoying having to be that way, but it is what it is. Like, for so long, that's what it's been.
Hmm.
And we still get black people who are like, yeah, like yoga's for white people, so they won't do it. They won't even try it because of what it looked like, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think yoga is one of the places where I feel like racism should not be, but it's definitely like super
Yeah.
prominent in
Well,
places.
because yoga isn't for white people. Sorry, Becky, but it's from India. Like, we didn't make it. Like, stop. Oh,
It's yeah, it's cringy.
yeah.
It's so cringe. It's so
And
cringe.
how do you think that white people or white teachers can make it more inclusive and make it known that like everyone is welcome here. Like if I were to own a studio in the future, like how would I make it so it's like known that it's a safe space for everyone to show up?
Hire a diverse staff, because
Yeah.
what a lot of and I think it's funny because what a lot of white studio owners do, they'll get like a white person that looks like, they'll get different shades of white people, and it's like it's still a fucking white person.
Yeah.
Okay, she has black hair and brown black hair and brown eyes, and this one has freckles, and this one is
Yeah.
blonde, and this one's like, no, they're still fucking white. I'm like, I mean, you can hire a few Hispanic or an Asian or a black person. Like it doesn't. Everybody doesn't have to be white. Like you want a diverse staff, but then you don't hire them.
Yeah.
Like you don't even train them. You don't
Yeah.
even train them. So
Absolutely.
yeah, just hire diverse staff if you want diversity in your studio. It's that fucking simple.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
makes a good point.
Mhm.
So experience with racism in the yoga community. Obviously, you've already mentioned that
Mhm.
the doors kind of are starting closed, which is ridiculous and unfortunate. So for white people and other people of color and that kind of thing, anyone who has like a large following or whatever in the yoga community, how can we help, like in your mind, to get you guys like, hello, there's a vast amount of talent and amazing everything here in the Black yoga community. Like how can we help get you guys like into the algorithm and stuff like that? Like I know with the muting was a way to do that as well.
So I'm gonna say that annoyed me. Um, the stop muting black voices, and because, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it right.
Mm.
I was annoyed by it because a lot of people who were doing that, they didn't really give a fuck about black people before they started doing it, and so it kind of felt like it was a trend. So like,
They wanted to grow.
let's promote black people right now because it's trendy. Let's promote black people right now because like it's a money marketing scheme.
Yeah.
Right. So like, let's do it now. Like, no, it has to be genuine, and if it's not genuine, just don't do it. Like, it's okay not to do it if it's not genuine. And if you are genuinely if you genuinely care about black people, there's nothing new that you have to do right now.
Right.
You would have been doing it, right? And so don't take this moment, because this Breonna Taylor is not the first fucking time this has happened. This happens all the fucking time, and we have to deal with this all the time. And so it's not a matter of like, oh, like let's shout out a black woman today. Like, no, if you want to shout out black people, you should have been doing that shit. And that goes for black people too. Like, that goes for black people too. Don't just make it about this one particular moment, because this moment is like, it keeps happening and it keeps happening and it keeps happening. And the way the world is, the way society is, the way America is, it's not gonna stop. And so we're just gonna come up with another hashtag in another month or two.
Yeah.
Right? Another way to promote black people in another month or two, when we should be doing that shit all the time.
Yeah. Agreed.
So really, I don't have a real answer for that. Like, I mean, be genuine. If it's genuine, then do it. Like, shout it from the mountaintop. But if it's not, just shut the fuck up, because people notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't even bother, because then it's more obvious that you weren't there before.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's like, there was, I forgot, I'm not even gonna name the company, but it was kind of like, yeah, promote black people, and then like you go on their page from a certain time, like before that moment, the only black thing on the page was like a yoga mat or a dog. So it's kind of like, yeah, nah,
yeah.
Like,
all of a sudden they're like, we're woke. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we got Black Lives Matter T-shirts. That's a trend. That's
Yeah.
a trend.
Yeah,
like,
that's
right
gross.
now.
It's profiting off of.
Yeah, and to put Breonna Taylor on it is it's more of an insult, right? Like, you're stepping her face on every fucking thing, but it's for money. Like, because people know if you post Breonna Taylor right now, somebody's gonna look at it.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna look at it, and then there's me who's like, nah, fuck y'all. Like, fuck all of you.
Yeah. And so for people who didn't necessarily do it before and didn't think of it, and that's their own, like, I mean, I can say from myself, like, my own privilege, like, I never would consider myself a racist person or whatever, like all that stupid fucking white fragility bullshit that we all have in our heads. But like, so I never like thought to do it, because in my mind I'm like, racism is stupid, like I love everyone, so fuck it. But then now it's more of a like, oh fuck, like this is what I believe. So
Mm-hmm.
I should be putting my money where my mouth is. So when I start doing it now, like I get what you're saying where it seems like inauthentic or whatever, but like how do how do people kind of like bridge that gap where they it's something that they would have thought of before but didn't necessarily step out of their own privilege to realize like I need to actually be doing things and now they want to start doing it. Is there a way to make sure that that's done in an authentic way when it wasn't necessarily thought of before, like to kind of correct yourself and realize that you fucked up before?
I mean, again, if it's genuine, then do it. You
Yeah,
know, if you're only doing it because it's trendy, then
yeah.
that's where the issue is.
You want to
Like,
get
you
more
know,
followers.
right? You know your intentions. I don't. Like, just check your intentions at the door. Like, if it's not something that you actually want to do, right? And
Yeah,
don't do it. Like, there were so many people in the yoga community, white people in the yoga community, who spoke out about feeling bullied into doing like making posts, and it's like you could have just really shut the fuck up because nobody was paying you any attention to begin with, right? But if you
yeah,
feel that way, don't do it. Like,
exactly.
don't do it.
Yeah,
I'm one of those people who's like, I don't give a shit if everybody else in the world is like, hey, I'm gonna go give $1 to this homeless community. If I don't feel like giving them a fucking dollar, I'm not gonna give them $1. I
yeah,
don't care how right I think it is. If I don't feel like doing it, I'm not doing it.
yeah,
Like, I'm absolutely not doing it. And it's kind of like nobody should feel pressured into doing it,
mm,
even if you think it's right or even if we know it's right. Don't feel pressured because you'll feel it. We'll
yeah.
feel it.
And it'll show through.
And then people like me will call bullshit.
Yeah,
Just leave it alone. But no, if it's genuine, you'll know. Like, you'll absolutely know. And even on down like to privilege, I like that you admitted that, like, I mean, I have this privilege, and even so far where I didn't even think about this
mm,
particular thing in one way or another. Like, if you acknowledge that, that's a start.
yeah,
That's a start.
yeah, for sure. Right. Well, the next question is a little bit intense one, but it's more related to the Black yoga community as well. So, how do you personally deal with like the fetishizing of Black female bodies in the yoga community? Because I know you do post a lot of like
Hmm.
nude stuff and whatever, and it's always very tasteful. And like a lot of people just see it, like myself, I see it as like, oh, that's a beautiful pose and whatever. But of course, you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be like, oh my God, you're naked. Like, do you find that you feel you get a lot more backlash for stuff like that than like a white counterpart would?
Absolutely. And the way that I fix that is I hate Instagram. Everybody knows I talk about it all the time. I fucking hate Instagram. But there are times when Instagram like does beautiful things. Like, there's comment controls. And there's so many things you can't say on my page. You can't even say follow me back on my page. You can't.
Oh,
Like
good.
like it automatically, when you post it, it automatically deletes it. You don't
Ooh,
even know it's delete it. You just go back on my page and you try to find it. It's like, oh. So certain things that you can't say, you can't even necessarily mention my children on my page unless you say their names. Like, type out, you have to type out their names,
yeah,
because there used to be a time where people would be like, oh, like, what about your children? You have a daughter. So I was like, you know what, I'm tired of like going back and forth with that
yeah,
comment, because how you feel about how the fuck you're raising your children is how you raise your children. My kids
yeah.
are completely fine. So let me go ahead and block this out. And then also with that, like, I block so many. My block list is probably, I think I have 68,000 followers. I probably have 100,000 people blocked. It's like, if I see somebody say something that I don't like on your page, I block them.
Yeah.
Like, it is no point in even doing this back and forth with these people. I just block them. And it's social media. I don't have to argue with you about it,
Oh,
because I'm gonna do what I want to do
it
regardless,
can
and
be
you're
such a gross place. Yeah, exactly.
right, and
I
you're
don't,
gonna
I'm not here.
believe.
I'm not obligated to be like, well, actually, let me
Yeah,
validate my own existence. Go
yeah.
fuck off.
I mean,
Goodbye. Like,
like, I have my moments when I will get triggered. Like, I do, because I'm human. I have my moments, and I'll do it, and then I'll catch myself. I'm like, you know what, let me just go ahead and block you.
yeah.
You know, because it's there's no need. But before, it was a thing, because I know when Naked Yoga Girl popped up, like, that was a time when my page was getting reported like every single day, and like, I was like, we're posting the same shit. Hers is just in black and white for the most part,
Yeah.
and she's white. And so I would be so annoyed by that, but then I was like, you know what, don't get mad about it. just understand like who she is and who I am, and kind of like twist it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just, I think, because the difference between what we see a white woman's body is, right? How they advertise it,
Yeah.
and then how they advertise black female bodies. There's always gonna be like that clash
The
of what,
disparity,
like,
yeah.
the standard. This is a standard of beauty, and this is kind of slutty
Yeah.
automatically because she's curvy, and this one is like super slim. And so that's another one of those things. I just be like, yeah, let me just block all of this shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's good. I didn't even know you could do that.
you
That's
can.
fabulous.
I love it because I do it so often.
Oh yeah.
Like, literally, I'll have moments where I'm just like going down the thing, like blocking people. Like,
Yeah. Oh
just
gosh,
blocking
yeah.
people. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sometimes I totally get that where there's those sometimes where you're like, but they need to know that they're a real
Yeah.
like I need to tell them they're
Like,
an asshole. But then sometimes it's really just like, why take my piece? Like, goodbye, goodbye,
yeah.
goodbye, just go. Like,
Yeah.
for people like that that have that in them to say these nasty or whatever things on
Mm.
some page, they're not someone who's open to learning anyways. So just
Exactly.
like just block it.
Especially the pages where you go in there, they'll say something completely absurd, and then you go on their page and there's like 0 followers, zero pictures, and then like they're following like 2,000 people, and it's like, you made this page just to
You're
be a
cool.
fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Like,
you're cool.
you did this just to be an okay, block, because no,
Exactly.
don't have
Exactly.
it.
Purposeful.
Right.
People need hobbies. It's all right. Oh, so how can white people, like for you personally, how can a white person ask you how they can help or be of service to you without falling into the white savior role?
Oh, don't ask me. Don't ask me that. Look, um, God, that's a loaded question. How can they ask how they can check your white friends, your
Hmm.
white family members, when you don't have to help me do anything per se, right?
Yeah.
But when you hear a white person say something fucked up or do something fucked up, or even if they feel like it's a joke, because a lot of people do shit thinking it's funny. Like, you say and do things think it's funny. It's not fucking funny. Let them know it's not fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, let them know. I mean, because I know also in the black community, like when people do and say things, we are supposed to check them per se. So like, if my black friend is picking on some white girl because she's white, I'm like, hey, that's chill out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then like,
Yeah.
there are some white people that are like, ha ha ha, you're so funny. Like, oh, that's mean, ha ha ha. It's either mean or it's funny. It can't be both.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
Yeah.
no, like, you don't have to be a white savior. Just check your white friends or the people, even outside of that. If you see a white person, period, do you understand something fucked up, check them.
Yeah.
That's easy to do.
For sure. And what is like, do you have like a, not even necessarily one thing, but like a trigger thing, like something that you just wish that white people would stop fucking saying or doing?
Stop trying to justify racist shit. Like,
Mm.
the whole idea of, oh my god, like, slavery happened, but motherfuckers getting killed today. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
or there were black slave owners, but we're not talking about them because they didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It
There's
wasn't
also the color blue in the sky. Like, these are related.
Stop trying to. Y'all still mad about shit that my grandparents did, because you are your grandparents.
Yeah.
And
They
shit's
taught you.
still happening. And then Emmett Till died in what year? Right. My mom was, when the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing happened, my mom was like 9 days old. So, right. So that's not old. That shit is new as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit is new as hell. My aunts remember when schools were segregated, and when
Yep.
they started going to schools with white kids, how they were bullied, and you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
how my granddad used to always tell this story about how they knew when they were little they couldn't be outside past like a certain time, or when the street lights came on. And I always thought when I was little, like, that shit's stupid. Like, why do I have to, like, you know where I am, why do I have to come in the house when the street lights come on? But then as I got older, my granddad explained to us, no, y'all come in the house when the street lights come on, because like when we were little, we had to come in the house when the street lights came on because we ran the risk of being lynched. So
Yeah.
get your ass in the house when I tell you to get in the house, because that fear, like, is it's kind of like, just like racism is taught to kids, fear is taught to black kids, like the fear of
Yeah.
police, the fear of just white people in general in certain situations in certain neighborhoods, because people can be really fucked up.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Well, and that it's
yeah,
happening today. Like,
yeah,
that's the thing with this whole thing of slavery. Get over it.
yeah. And
Okay,
how like
but
and how the KKK still exists, but like organizations like the Black Panther or like Black Lives Matter, like I don't agree with everything that they have going on, because there's always some rogue person in every organization. But like how they want to call Black Lives Matter or the Black Panther Party terrorist organizations, but
yeah.
the KKK is like a community organization. Like how the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
How? So you know, start
Yeah.
justifying shit. Just tell white people to stop trying to justify shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And how do you sort of feel about other like black people like Kanye West and Candace Owens and that kind of thing, where they're kind of trying to negate that racism even happens, that kind of thing, like inflammatory conversation there? And
That's another loaded question. Because if anybody
sorry.
knows me, they know I fucking love Kanye West, and I always think it's a Gemini thing. I always think people misunderstand or purposely misconstrue what the fuck he's saying. Right? Certain things,
Mm-hmm.
it's like Kanye, like you didn't think that through, but I understood what you were trying to say. Like maybe you were high
Yeah.
or drunk or off your meds, or you were having like what I call like a Gemini brain moment, where you like really want to say some shit and it doesn't come out right. But I get what you're
Absolutely. Yeah.
saying because I know what you. But no, so Candace Owens, fuck her, like honestly
Yeah.
and wholeheartedly. Um, in situations where black people forget that at the end of the day, if a racist person came in contact with you, you would be just as dead and just as a nigger as everybody else. Like quit your shit. Stop trying to fit in, because you fitting in is not going to save you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
They're still gonna come for you.
she can
Yeah.
actually croak. And I love that she's pregnant. I love that she's pregnant because
She.
my work is, yeah, I think she's pregnant. I know somebody said she was pregnant. I don't, whatever. I think she's pregnant. And I love that she's pregnant because and this is going to sound really fucked up, but it is what it is. Like the mortality rate in black women and black babies
Yeah.
is so much higher than it is. And so like now in this moment, you're going to find out just how fucking black you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because Serena
Yeah.
Williams, one of the most recognizable black women in the fucking world, almost died giving birth because she's black and they didn't respect or honor or
Yeah.
give a fuck about her pain. And so Candace Owens, bitch, like, broke.
Yeah. You're gonna see what it's like. All of a sudden, where are your white friends that you're like besties with now?
You're gonna save me? No, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, yeah. And so for me, I find it hard, like knowing what to do and that kind of thing. Living outside of the U.S. and even Canada, where I'm from, I'm living in the Cayman Islands right now. So what would you think would be like a good way for people not living in the U.S. to help like demand justice for people like Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, like all of that stuff? Like, is it just a case of like sharing stuff and trying to help get the word out, donating when we can't donate our time because it'd be a long ass flight for me to get there.
Get the world out. I'm sorry, I was about to be like super ratchet because my cousin just walked out of his apartment with some girl looking like a thigh. Wait. You look like a whole hoe out here. Sorry. He looks like. No, he did some shit he ain't got no business.
I love it.
Sorry.
That's my favorite sentence ever. I'm gonna have to say that to everyone now.
They both just look super crusty coming out of the apartment. No. Sorry, y'all.
Perfect break in the heaviness. I love it.
It was. Yeah, no, it was. It was so perfect. But no, share it. We also have to get out of the habit of just sharing shit just because we see it. We have to research and find facts and things before we share it. Because there was like this whole argument. It was one of those moments where I didn't feel like blocking the guy. And he was like, well, Breonna Taylor was a drug dealer. And it was a black guy. He was like, she was a drug dealer. What, she wasn't. And he was like, or her boyfriend, they were looking for him because he had shot somebody. And I was like, where the fuck did you find this information? Like, and I was so annoyed. And like, he sent me, oh my God, he sent me like, I don't know, it was a link that was anybody can put some shit online, and he sent me that, and I was like,
to the Onion.
did you research this? Cause, like, they didn't even fucking spell her name right. Like, it's not right information. So no, share shit, but make sure what you're sharing is true.
Yeah.
Because you can so easily like share some things and it be completely wrong. And so now you're putting information out there that's not even true.
Yeah, exactly.
And that causes issues. Yeah.
Well, and I think too that sort of like brings me, like, reminds me of all of these things that were correct or potentially correct or whatever, but still that argument of like, well, George Floyd was a drug dealer, or George Floyd did this. So it's like that conversation of like, well, so he deserved to die, like, unarmed, squashed, like, what the fuck? It's just so odd, like, whether it's like true or not, like, why are you sharing facts like that anyways to negate that black body deserved to be alive?
And like, so this is the thing, why is that important?
Why
in this moment, like, I hate how the news will go like, when somebody dies, they'll pull up their fucking criminal record from when they were like 18. Oh, like when he was 18, he like was in a hit and run accident and killed somebody. The fuck does it have to do with him being shot like unarmed today? Like, why would you, what? Like, seriously, what do you mean?
Totally irrelevant.
That bothers me because it's like, so if that's the case, right, you can find or you can check the behavioral reports for a lot of these officers when they've been like, you've been cited for all of these things.
Yeah, shit that they shouldn't be on a force anymore for.
So no, wait, even more, does that mean that they should be killed too? Like, there's a history of you being a fucking jackass, so that means you
find reason to kill everyone. Like,
that means you can go out to work today and you should be shot because like you spit on somebody when you were 12. Like that, I like that bothers me. More than anything, the way they dehumanize these people who deserve to be here. Like, Breonna Taylor should be here. George Floyd should be here. I don't give a fuck what they did, right?
Yeah.
If they were criminals in whatever way, their crimes, it doesn't equal the death penalty.
Yeah. Then they should still be alive, but like arrest them, like 50 fucking white people that have shot them. Like, why? If they're criminals,
they get to shoot people and get hamburgers and Happy Meals and steak dinners, or the one kid, I don't know where the fuck, you killed people and then went home. They let you walk home. They let you walk home. But had it been me out there, like, let's say for instance he shot somebody and I ran his ass over with my car, I wouldn't.
You'd be the dead one.
Right? Like, oh my God, like he would be a hero some kind of way. Just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Like, these kids shoot up fucking schools. And then they're like, oh, like, well, he has a problem because his parents divorced when he was 2.
He had a history of mental
or he got picked on. Give a fuck. So if that's the case, black people should be able to just go out and kill white people all the time because of the years and years and years of us being picked on. And the idea of gator bait is stuck in my mind. So, like, there was this, I don't know, a documentary that I shouldn't have been watching, and it pissed me off to know that they would kidnap these babies from their moms in the middle of the night and feed them to alligators. And so just imagine, like, you being a mom waking up the next morning and can't find your kid and not knowing where the fuck your baby is. Like, just never knowing where the fuck your baby is, right? So, like, the types of torture that black people had to endure all of these years, and for these fucking people to be like, oh, like, he was a drug dealer, you should shoot it, and she just like, honestly,
horror.
Yeah. But then again, a lot of that shit is people are able to say these things online. They can say it online because, like, in face to face, a lot of these people would not say certain things. Like,
Yeah. Or there's the like, oh, well, but you're different. Like, and we're friends. Like, you're different.
No, fuck you. Like, you can't say it. Like, you can't. I'll punch you in
Yeah,
your
for
face.
sure.
I'm okay with punching you in your face because I
Yeah.
know
Great.
if I punch you in your face, it's considered domestic assault and it's a 12-hour mandatory hold down in CJC, and that 12-hour vacation. Sometimes it's gonna be very necessary just to make sure you shut the fuck up when you should shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at this point, like, I've always been more Malcolm than Martin. I think people should start shooting back. And I know, like, you're probably like, what the fuck, Renee? Don't say that. No, I do. Because, if you're being bullied, right? I don't know about you, but when we were little, my mom, and I'm going to quote her exactly, somebody hits you, you pick up something, you knock the shit out of them, right? God, she used to say that all the time. And so, with America, at what point do you start fighting the bully back? Because clearly, protesting it is not working because they care more about the fucking buildings.
Yeah.
Right? Going down to City Hall and talking to them doesn't fucking matter. Right? Getting people to vote in local elections is like pulling fucking teeth. And then, even then, I just kind of feel like whoever the fuck. Somebody told me vote because it's like picking the two of lesser evils, and I was like, evil is evil. Like, if it's evil, like, stupid. There's no lesser.
Yeah.
It's not gonna help me. And so I just really, really feel like in order for this type of shit to stop, we have to rearrange everything. Mm-hmm. We have to approach it completely different. Because what we're doing right now is not working. Like, it'll work for a moment. Still didn't get justice for Breonna Taylor. Stop taking them fucking settlements. Like, if something like that happens to me, don't take a fucking settlement. Yeah. Don't take a settlement. Don't take money for me dying. Like, there's nothing in the world that I want than to the whole world. If something happens to me, there's a fucked up cop. And you know that I've done nothing wrong, right? Yeah. Burn the world. Don't take a fucking settlement. Burn everything.
Totally. Everything. Yeah, I don't understand that. And the whole, like, the thing, like, this recent, obviously, with Breonna Taylor, like, the disappointment of that. And I've seen so many posts, like, kind of quoting that. I'm not sure where it originated, but saying, like, they were charged for the bullets that missed. Like, and it's so true.
The bullets that went through the wall, you got charged for that?
Yeah.
The wall got justice before her. I couldn't.
You endangered the neighbors. White.
Like, you endanger the neighbors, but we don't give a fuck about the one you actually killed. Like, we don't care about her.
Yeah, what about the woman that was asleep? Was she shady? She's a fucking paramedic and shit. So what's your excuse now?
It just goes to show, like, how much the world does not give a fuck about black people, but more importantly, black women.
Yeah.
Because this is coming with the same bullshit, this Tory Lanez and Megan Stallion bullshit, which is so fucking like, in the middle of this heartache, this bastard decides, hey, I'm gonna drop an album and tell y'all I didn't do something that everybody kind of feels like I already did. Even if you did do it, you could have waited. You waited 3 months already, so, like, wait a little bit longer, because we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck. But the conversation surrounding Breonna Taylor and how people are still blaming her, like, oh, like, she messed with drug dealers, so that's what she got. Like, she knew what she was signing up for. Like, no, fuck that.
You deserve to be plundered in your home and shot while you're, like, asleep. What?
Fuck that.
Like, if anyone said that about a white person, it would be an uproar. An uproar.
But it's not said. It's not, they're not gonna say it. Like, because there was another woman, I can't think of her name. She was killed by a cop. The cop was black. He's in jail for manslaughter. Yeah.
There's the difference.
It's not, yeah, like, he went to jail. But these white cops, I was like, no, people are like, well, black cops beat up on black people too. And I was like, and they get in trouble.
They get punished, yeah.
It's still like this, people are like, oh, I don't see color. Oh, but I'm black, so I have to.
Yeah.
Like, I have to. I can't ignore that color line. I don't have that privilege.
Yeah, the colorblind thing is exactly it. It's such a privileged thing to it's such a way for white people to try and like negate any guilt because like, well, I don't notice it. Like I don't see it.
Of course you don't notice it because you're white. You don't have to.
Yeah,
Like
like
every time, and there's an activist, a young activist here named Janisha Harris, and she made a post, and if you see her, she's like the cutest little bitty thing, right? And she made this post basically saying anytime she sees the police, she goes the opposite way. Like, and the thing about it is, you go the opposite way because you're scared. Like, this interaction with me, I absolutely know there's not a weapon in this fucking car.
yeah.
There's not. Like, I purposely don't, well, yeah, it's not in here. I purposely don't keep a weapon in my car unless I know I'm going somewhere for a long period of time, but then there's a lock in my glove box. So,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to say, oh, Renee pulled out a gun. That's not going to happen. Because if anything, if you come to my car, I'm not even going to get my wallet for you.
No.
I'll give you my license number. I
Yeah.
have a picture of my registration, and I'll give you my phone and tell you how to get to my registration. I'm not reaching for shit.
No.
Right? But then that fear, like, white people don't have that fear.
Yeah.
Like, I know if I get stopped, it could go wrong. Like, it could be a piss poor cop who doesn't know his job and calls himself trying to arrest me because I call him a bitch. I can call you a bitch. That's not illegal to call you a bitch because you walk up to my car and you're like, you know why I stopped you? Duh, bitch. Like, I was probably speeding.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
And a white person could scream them down. You see videos of white people being like, what the fuck?
My God.
Like, I'm going to call your...
Fighting the cops, like literally punching the cops and then getting back in their car,
like,
pulling off.
And with their arms like down. What?
But then it's like, when you walk up to my car, the moment that you see that I'm black, you have your hand on your gun.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm already uncomfortable. And
yes.
No, I'm not doing
like
that.
The tension to just go...
I'm not
like,
doing
I
that.
see that you're afraid of me because of what I look like. What?
Yeah. And I'm not doing that whole yes sir, no sir bullshit. Like,
no.
What? Like, what?
It's so ridiculous that you should even have to think of something like that, because that's so true. That is such a privileged thing. Like, that, again, I never even thought of it. And then you see videos where people are saying, like, I have a son who's just learned how to drive, like a black son, and I've had to tell him, like, you don't do this, you keep your hands up, you blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, when I learned how to drive, my parents were like, I guess we're not to hit the curb, bye. Like, well, they didn't say that. That's what I heard. That's what I heard, but I'm sure they were saying drive safe. But
yeah,
like, I would never have even had to think about something like, don't move. Like, it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. There's a movie called American Son with, I think it's called American Son with Kerry Washington. Have you ever seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so it's like in the end, her son was killed by the police on accident. So basically, like, his dad was a cop. His dad was a white guy. His mom was black, obviously. And he had the sticker, like a bumper sticker that said police. He was in the car with two of his friends. I think one of the friends was a drug dealer or some shit, and the other friend, whatever. He was a good kid. Backseat. They saw the bumper sticker, and the driver, I guess, I don't know if he tried to like speed off or whatever the case may be. He hopped out, they shot him and killed him. Right? So everybody else in the car is panicking because you're fucking shooting people. So the other guy, he gets out of the car, tries to, I guess he startled them, and while Kerry Washington's son was getting out of the car, they shot and killed him. Boom. And so, like, the whole movie is kind of like, she's trying to get information, like, what, I can't find my son, the whole fucking movie, I can't find my son, tell me information about my son. And so the cop, the kid's uncle is also a cop, who, like, something happened, there was a shootout, and she's like, did my son, like, where's my son? And so everybody's talking fucking crazy to her, like, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. But then when her husband gets there, it's a completely different story. They're so nice to him because it's a white guy. So nice to him. They're so like, hey, like, you know, just calm down. We'll get your information. But then there's this black guy who's a fucking guy. And he comes out and he's like, oh, like, you think you're privileged, blah, 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 blah. You if you don't shut up and sit down, blah, blah, blah. Like, just really abusing his power. But then he comes out and your son is dead. And it's so cold and it's so fucked up and, like, no remorse for it. Like, your son shouldn't have had that sticker on his car. And that's basically, like, you have to watch it because it's so disgusting for people to feel so okay with, like, I took his life because he had a fuck the police sticker.
Yeah.
Like, why would you stop him for a fuck the police sticker?
Yeah, for a bumper sticker. Why?
And
Sorry.
so, like, I was like, something that stupid. And I said that to bring up the fact that black people get pulled over for the dumbest shit. Like, the dumbest shit. Oh, your toe light is out. But
Okay.
Johnny is racing down the street.
Yeah.
why don't you get him? Because I think my toe light is not going to kill
There's
anybody.
the running joke among like white women of like, ooh, if you get pulled over by a male cop, you're like, oh hi, like,
yeah,
and you might be able to get out of it. Whereas like you're there, like you said, not reaching for shit, not like moving. It's just such a like disparity of like, especially for people who are like I always think like I don't understand. I think racism is so fucking weird. Why are we talking about this? Especially when half of us white bitches are going in the tanning bed 5 minutes later. Like, you want to be more tan, but you hate black people? Like, it makes no sense to me. But then when I do think about it, I'm like, there is such a crazy disparity between what we just experience in life. Like, just the experience of moving through your life is completely different, and so many white people like don't see it and don't get it.
I don't think they care, because we always talk about how like the world loves black culture but they hate black people. About black people. Like, it's okay to like have your music and dance like you and have our bodies and our faces and our hair like yours, but no, I don't like you.
Exactly.
I can go to the black clubs and party with the black people because that's fun. But like, God forbid somebody shoot your dumb ass, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. As long as I'm safe, as long as I get more job opportunities and I get whatever I want.
Like, I think it's funny, a lot of times like in the yoga community, they don't care. Like, even a lot of big yogis who are black, when something happens in the black community, they don't talk about it. But I remember specifically when the Paris attacks happened. I remember that specifically, and how there were so many of these fucking yogis who were like, pray for Paris. And I was like, but what about Mike Brown and Alton Sterling and Sandra Bland and Tamir Rice and like all of these people that you didn't give a fuck about, but then all of a sudden something happened in Paris, like in a place that you probably never fucking been, and you're so concerned. You're so fucking. I don't know. I just don't think people give a fuck.
Yeah. It's true. I agree. I think people really just think, well, and they think that like, well, other people are doing things, like they'll take care of it. And it's such a like a cop out. Like, I feel like unless you're like a racist, then well, you're a racist, fuck you. But if you're someone who like says like, oh, like racism is terrible, blah blah blah, then you need to do something. Like, stop being complacent with shit. Like, that's not going to create change if we all continue doing what we've been doing of like, oh, someone else will fix it. Someone else is going to deal with it.
Right.
It's the complacency is such an issue as well with the people that do care, but they don't care enough to do something that's going to be uncomfortable for them. Like, you get an opportunity to do something and you're just like, of course, but you could put someone else forward for that. Maybe that's your way of doing something, but that's uncomfortable, so you're not going to do it.
Right.
Like, people need to really.
It's so many conversations that need to be had, and people are just not willing to have those conversations.
Yeah, they don't want to step out of their comfort zone. They don't want to lose what they think they deserve, and that's the thing that I find with a lot of people, especially like generationally older. Like, I don't want to specifically say like my parents, because I wouldn't say that they specifically have said anything like that, but that like age plus also like my mom's gonna watch this and she'll kill me. But like just that age group, I find, especially the boomer age and stuff too, they think that they've earned everything and everything I have is because I've worked hard and blah blah blah. And it's like, but you didn't necessarily. Like, there's stuff that you got because of the color of your skin. And like, they don't want to, well, but I don't want to lose my stuff. I don't want to give away what I have because I earned it. No, you earned it because you're white. How does that feel good? How do you feel good having those things that you only earned because you're white?
Right. That is disgusting. It's disgusting. And I like they always stereotype black people like they're lazy and they're this and they're that. Yeah, that's because of fucking black people that you picked out are lazy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can pick out some white people who are fucking lazy.
Check out your control group. Yeah. Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
You are. There's so many of us who are educated and we want better for our families and we try to do better for our families, but then it's this, right? It's this that the world sees as a problem, and it's not really. We fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Because I think even in that, I was reading Hood Feminism. It's a really good book. Um, and it talks about how, like, even in college, white women um don't associate with black women because they feel like they're stronger, or say, like, if they see a black woman in distress, they won't go help her because they feel like she has it under control. But if they see, like, a white woman in that same situation, they relate to her more, so they'll go help. But in the same breath, like, if a black person or a black woman, I can be sitting in my car right now seeing like 30 men beat the hell out of some white guy, more than likely I'm gonna get out of the car and help. Like,
Exactly.
just get out of the car and do something. Like, whether I, like, use my car to intervene or shoot at them or be like, hey, I'm calling the cops, or some type of intervention.
Yeah.
But white women, if it's a black person, they'll just casually walk on the fuck by. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I was like, what in your mind, right? Because you're not racist. Oh, I'm not racist. I just don't relate. I felt like she had it under control. Why?
Seems like she had it. Yeah.
Like, what? She was being murdered and I didn't help her because I thought she was okay. Like, but you didn't want to do something just a little bit. Like, hey, I'm gonna call the police. Like, I'm not saying intervene. Don't put your body there. Hey, I'm gonna call the cops.
Yeah, exactly. We're not
Scream help for her.
Yeah.
Like,
Stick the car and put the window down a tiny bit and scream that you're calling the cops. Do something. Like, yeah,
blow
protect yourself, but like
blow
something.
Your horn. Like, throw your keys, like something. You know what I mean? But, you know, because it just goes to show how undervalued the black body is.
Yeah.
Right? So it's disgusting.
Yeah.
To say the very least. It's heavy. It's so fucking heavy. It's so heavy.
Yeah. Well, and it is such a hard thing to talk about and to think about, even because there is such a, you can totally so easily get your mind going down that road of like, how the fuck do you stop this? Like, how, like, I even get myself frantic thinking about it, and I'm not the one that's afraid every day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even have to fear for anything. And I have that thing, like, what the fuck do we do? Like, stop. Like, you know, and it's like I can't even imagine how you feel like in the US, where it is such a like rampant issue, more so than other areas. I just like, I don't understand. Oh, like that would be awful. Like, how do you carry on with your day? Kind of like it's just so fucked up. That wasn't even much. That was totally. I'll just bring you to a real negative space. Bye. My bad. That was a real word vomit on my part. I apologize.
No, it's not. I mean, but it's true. Like, it's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think in this moment, black people have to take care of themselves right now. You can't be selfish in this moment. Somebody invited me to a protest, and usually I would be the first one to be like, I'm going, and like give me a sign and a spray can and a cocktail.
Yeah.
Burn it up, flip some cars, do some shit. Give me a hammer. But I was like, nah. Like, no. Wholeheartedly no this time. No.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the mental ability or the mental capacity in this moment to go out and be amongst other people, number one. But most importantly, I don't have it in me to give right now because it's so fucking much. Right? It's so much. And it's kind of like one of those things. At what point are we going to sit down and just be like, you know what, I need to take care of me? Yeah.
Yeah, I think self-care, especially for black people right now, like, you have to make sure that your mental health is okay.
Yeah.
So that you can continue to speak out and fight and go to protest and do this shit. Like, you need to take care of yourself first. You can't pour from an empty cup. It's that age-old freaking quote.
Yeah,
But,
turn off your phone. I agree. Turn off your phone. Unplug. Unplug for the weekend, if nothing else. If you
yeah.
unplug. Because I know, like, we're doing this meditation today at noon, and I'm almost like, no, we just need to do it for free. Because it's like, it's $5, but I'm like, I kind of want to do the shit for free. Because of the simple fact, it's so necessary right now.
Yeah.
And I know I still gotta pay rent, right? But I don't want people to miss it because they don't have $5.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
We've had people, we've had a few people to donate for people. But I'm like, nah, fuck that. I need people to attend.
Yeah.
And so I don't get on live a lot. It's probably my first time
Yeah.
on live this year. This whole year, this is probably my first time on live. And it's just, nah, like, people need a break. People need a
Yeah,
whole
they
break.
need that outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, go smoke and drink and go to sleep. Like, take a bath. Just sit in your car. Like, I don't know. I don't know why sitting in the car is the most therapeutic thing. And, like,
I love it.
it's $65. Look, it's $65 to fill up my gas tank, and I'm just sitting here, like, soaking up all the fucking gas. I got it. But no, like, it's, yeah. But I do think it's necessary to do what you have to. Like, you gotta get away. You gotta get away.
Yeah. Well, that's such a perfect natural segue, because my next question was, what are some self-care practices that you found really helpful right now? So just kind of taking time.
No, I nap a lot. Like, I sleep so much, and people are like, because they're like, how do you do this, that, and the other? It's like, I was probably asleep like 2 minutes before I had to do whatever I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
I nap a lot. And I also, like, I have these moments where I detach on a different level. Like, I'll have my phone on Do Not Disturb for a whole month, and people will be like, I see you posting online, but I haven't talked to you because I don't have to talk to you. Or, like, if somebody comes and knocks on the door, I won't open the door. Like, I force myself not to talk to people. Like, no, because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with it. And during quarantine, it works so much better right now because you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to engage. Like, I don't watch the news, and we just moved too, so we don't have TVs and stuff set up. So, like, I purposely did not look at certain things because I was like, one of my friends sent it to us in a group chat. Like, the governor or the mayor basically saying he was locking down Kentucky. And I already knew. I was like, it's gonna be some bullshit. So, like, yep, it's time for me to disappear. It's time. Because it's not, with everything going on, you don't have the capacity, brain capacity to deal with that shit. It's so
My
much.
thing is, there's 1 minute remaining.
And then you get an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't want to cut you off. Do you want me to just, like, restart it?
We can hop back on for a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Let me end it and restart it. Oh my god, why am I so bad at technology? Okay, there we go. Okay. Like, my day job is a literal legal secretary, paralegal, whatever you want to call it. I work with technology all day, and I don't know how to do it. But yeah, I just had a couple more questions and stuff, and just obviously I don't want to cut you off talking about your self-care practices. So I think that's really important too, for people to, like, get an idea of what they can do.
Yeah. Whatever feels good for you. And so, granted, I do sleep a lot. I like to be out in nature. I go hiking a lot. A lot. Yeah. The only reason I'm not doing it today is because we got so much to do today. But just getting the shit out of your face. Fucking phone. Always have access to really terrible things. Like,
Yeah.
reading and seeing and watching really terrible. Unplug. Turn that shit off. Like, please turn it off. Like, I hate when people mindlessly scroll through Instagram or
I
Facebook,
agree.
like, and because you're seeing, like, you're just allowing so much negativity into your space by doing that. Like, go stage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to stay informed, but it's like you gotta get off that shit every now and then.
Yeah. Turn it off. It's okay to turn it off. So yeah, no. Do what when I say do what makes you feel good. Like, don't just do some shit. Like somebody said, don't sex it away, don't drink it away, don't smoke it away. Don't.
Yeah.
Right? Don't do that to yourself. Like, it's okay to unplug and disconnect. Like, don't do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Treat yourself in a healthy way. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, is there anything that you want to plug? Any up? You have the meditation coming up.
Yes.
Oh, you froze.
I froze. I'm frozen.
Ooh, sorry. Can you say it again? You froze here for a second.
Am I back?
Sorry. There we go. Okay. Can you say it again?
Okay. So it's twerk yoga. RNS.eventbrite.com. If you just go on my page and click my bio and click on twerk yoga, it'll go under there because it's under a twerk yoga account. We were actually supposed to do a twerk yoga class today, but my knee is still not 100%. So nobody wants me to teach right now. They're like, no. I'm like, I'm okay. Like, look, it ends now.
I can take one leg.
I can demonstrate on one side. It's okay. Yeah. No. But no, we're doing a meditation at 12. It's just basically to calm down and decompress and just have a moment. Nice. But yeah, it's just a slower pace for even myself because this is going to be my first live meditation. I usually don't, like, my meditations are usually like the beginning and the end of class, but then it's like, because I've had to baby this knee, like, I've been meditating a lot. And so when we were talking about, like, Renee, I can't teach. Like, I can't teach a class, especially not a twerk yoga class. It was like, no, don't cancel it. Let's just make it a meditation.
Yeah.
And so it was funny because last night, or maybe yesterday, it was like, oh, we only sold 3 tickets. And then it's this morning, she was like, it's 20 tickets. And I was like, oh, okay, well, okay. Yeah, like, let's make sure we hop on there and do what's right. And I just really want everybody who's able to get on there and just sit still for a moment. Even if you can only participate for 5 minutes, like, hop on there and just breathe a little bit. Because we need it. We all need it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And is that on your website that you can access that?
So I have a link tree on my page, and if you click on twerk yoga, it'll take you to the meditation. It's a sorry, somebody was texting me. It's a link to the twerk yoga Eventbrite page, but the meditation is on that page because it's under our twerk yoga company. So
okay, cool. So you just click it, pay for it, whatever. Have the video.
Yeah. Like, it'll be a live video. It'll be on Zoom at 12. And then I think we can I'll save it somewhere so I can post it somewhere so people can have access to it.
Yeah.
If you can't attend at 12, but I do want people to, if you can attend at 12, please do.
Yeah, for sure. Do it live. It just feels so much more like breathing.
I know. It kind of feels like you're in class with people. I hate live classes. I want to go back to the studio and risk my health to be around humans.
No. Well, I did my training in quarantine.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm such a tiny, gross hippie. I'm just like, I just touch everyone. Like, like, don't you mention your child's? I was like, please.
Yeah. No, we did. I did my prenatal yoga teacher training during the quarantine, and it was like we were so spaced out, and I was like, oh, I like to hug people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm
I'm
like,
like,
you need such a connection for yoga. And I've never, I mean, I've taught like friends and family before in person,
yeah,
before I had my teacher training. But right now I'm just like, now I actually have it. I want to like get in somewhere and actually be able to like adjust people. And like, there's just, even if you don't touch people, like if they don't feel safe with that, just that we're there together. Like, oh,
yeah. No, I usually don't adjust people in class anyway, but I will give you a hug. Like,
yeah,
oh, you need a hug.
like
Like, girl,
welcome, goodbye. Yeah. High
yeah.
five.
Herman?
And
No.
I think that's funny because like people always laugh. My students always laugh about how much of a germaphobe I am. That's why I hug people because I'm not shaking your hand. Like I'll
Yeah.
hug you because it's like, oh, it's chest to chest and
And
like,
our faces are like
Good
here. Yeah.
yeah,
boy.
like
Good
I'm
boy.
touching your clothes and not your skin. And
Yeah.
so, and I was like, they text me all the time and they're like, Renee, like, how do you feel? You should be excited because you. I was like, no, because I want to hug somebody. Like that chest to chest, like a heart on your heart. Like it's something about
Yeah.
that my heart on your heart connection. It's different. It's
Totally.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, in Cayman, it's different because we've closed our borders and stuff. Obviously, the Cayman Islands is big, so we've actually like eradicated it, not really, kind of, but like, so we don't have any like social distancing anymore. We don't have to wear masks anymore unless we're in like the airport going to one of the sister islands or the only places that we can fly to right now. But still, like, so you're allowed to like touch people and go out and stuff like that. And then here I am, my best friend hates hugging. I'm like, stranger, come get over here, hold me.
You're right. Hold me. Come give me a.
Yeah. My poor cats are like, stop touching me. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, and then we're like, we were just joking about that because we had a sleepover for my son's birthday last weekend, and he actually goes to school, like, because most of the schools here they're shut down and you do everything virtually. But they go to a private school, so I'm like, get the fuck out of my house. And so we had a sleepover, and his teacher messaged me. She was like, oh, sorry, you had a sleepover. He has to quarantine for 14 days. And my son, like, when I said it to him, he just looked at me and he just like started bawling. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. We just wanted humans. We wanted humans around
pay for
us.
that supper party.
I was like, dude, and we were supposed to go to a birthday party. He's like, I don't want to go. I was like,
Yeah.
why? He's like, because I don't want to quarantine for another 14 days. I was like, oh, what the fuck? So, we're going to be quarantined.
Such a like,
I know.
ew.
I know.
And it's such a weird thing because it feels like normal now because it's been so long with it, where it's like COVID, of course, like whatever. But then it is when you actually think about it, especially I find when I get expectations on myself, like I gained some weight in quarantine and all this stuff, and I'm like, what a piece of shit, like how dare.
Didn't we
all
all
this stuff. You're like, it's a global pandemic. Like
Didn't
when
we all get, like, I think everybody I know looks about 2 or 3 months pregnant. Everybody.
a little corona, a little bit
Even my son, I was like, ew.
Yeah. I'm like, I can see it in my face now. Like the amount of contour I put on this double chin, I was like, get the fuck.
I was putting on my pants last night, and I was like, I got a muffin top. Like, this shit is terrible. Like,
We've been back in like working in our office now for 3 weeks, I think.
mhm.
And I would put my jeans on, and I was like, oh,
Yeah. Like the idea of not even having to put on clothes right now is well, I'm usually in sweats, but like when I want to put on clothes, I'll put on clothes. Like there's really no point.
Yeah.
You put on clothes to go in the kitchen.
Oh, girl, I've been taking so many selfies. You best believe I took about 7 before I got on here. If I put eyebrows on, I'm gonna document it.
That's funny.
Like, stop it. I put earrings in today. Do you feel special?
Yeah.
Just for you. I even got this gut in a crop top. I don't give a shit. She's fancy today.
Yeah, he's super fancy. He's super fancy. I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do right now, I think, for everyone. Like, self-care, yes, but also if you want to just, like, play with your makeup, like, do something up and just, like, take some pictures, whatever. Like, have fun.
I mean, again, everything was going on, and I was like, somebody got mad because I did this post about OnlyFans, and I was like, we so worried about other shit. We could all wake up in the morning and not have fucking legs. And somebody's like, why would you say that? Because it's fucking 2020. Like, that's really a possibility. Didn't we have, like, killer hornets or some shit? And then a monkey. Did you read that where the monkey stole the coronavirus sample and broke out? It's like, what the fuck? This is Jumanji. this is Jumanji. Like, as fuck.
It
And I was
is.
like,
It is the year of Jumanji. What's
like
next?
you're gonna wake up and there's gonna be no grass in the morning. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
something weird. So you have to literally do something that makes you feel good and
Hmm.
unplug. Like, get away from this shit that makes you cry. Like, get away
Yeah.
from it. I mean, granted, you feel it. You felt it enough. You don't have to keep submerging yourself in tears and hurt and pain. Like, step back a little bit.
Hmm.
Step back, because this shit is heavy.
Yeah.
It's so fucking heavy, and I'm like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
I am over it. I'm trying to go over somebody's house and go swimming.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, when things open back up, come on down to the Cayman Islands. I got a pool.
When
I
you
got
said that, I was like, when you said the Cayman Islands, I went to the fucking Cayman Islands.
Yeah. Come on down. I ran. I was like, winter, stop it. Like, I'm done. I lived in Alberta, Canada for my whole life. I was like, no, I'm done. Minus 40? Goodbye.
Minus 40.
Celsius. Disgusting.
It gets 12 degrees here, and they shut down the city.
Yeah. Yeah. Even some of the other provinces in Canada, like British Columbia is like warmer as a whole, but certain areas there, it's like a little bit of snow and everyone's like,
Yeah, no. Nashville, like, they shut every damn thing down. They'll close. If it gets too hot here, they close school.
oh my God. Well, I was
Just imagine Nashville, it's like 40 degrees.
I've been here for 5 years and I haven't stopped. Like, we are not in Kansas anymore. I am so hot. I got my AC blasting right now and I got boob sweat like you would not believe.
I don't have those problems. I'm flat chested.
Well, I'm wearing black. Like,
That's like another thing. If so many people got like plastic surgery this year, and I was like, I want boobs. Like, everybody, I would be so excited to meet somebody with new titties or a new butt, and I'm like, oh my God, I want it.
people are coming back from quarantine a little bit chunky. You come back like stacked.
Like, fine as hell. And it's like, oh my God, quarantine, did you
Yeah, I
get
guess my quarantine snacks went up. I don't know what.
right? And then me on the other hand is like, bro, I think my boobs got smaller and my belly got bigger.
They're real. I'm like, I've gotten to the stage where the gut has almost surpassed the boobs, and I'm like, I always said I wouldn't let this happen. We gotta keep this tight. We gotta get back in the gym now.
My gym membership, they just been charging because I was like, I'm not going.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I might go today to walk around.
I've got a spin bike in my house, and I was like, it's quarantine. Like, what? Where? Look at these chips. Oh gosh. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me for a little chat.
Yes, and I love how this ended on a high note. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sad.
Boob sweat, yes. Why do all of my conversations end like this?
Boob sweat. Usually my conversation is like when I say I'm flat chested, somebody goes, let me see.
You don't need. That's the problem. You can't see.
No, because I would get pull out my boob on here. I get reported like hell. I think people
Started the page. Don't get down.
Yeah, people be waiting to report me. Like, I seen her side boob.
They're watching, yeah. Oh man. Well, awesome. This was a good chat. I'm glad we did this. Like I said at the beginning, you guys can follow Renee on Instagram at I am Renee Watkins. Go to Etsy for that jewelry I'm about to get on there. I'm on a shopping kick right now. I can't stop myself, so I'm about to get some malas. And then join the meditation at 12. Go to her page, click the link tree, go to Twerk Yoga. It's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening.
It's happening.
Okay, fabulous. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you have a great day. Enjoy your meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And keep on going, I guess.
Keep on keeping on. Yes, I appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you did, as I mentioned, I am going to upload this video onto the Harmonious Hippy YouTube channel. So I will upload this one as the Saturday upload for today. And then later on today, if you've seen my posts on my page, I will be chatting to a friend and colleague, Lloyd Barker, and we're going to be discussing similar things, but also the differences with being a man, not living in America, something like that, like because we live in the Cayman Islands, as I previously mentioned. So we'll just be discussing the differences with that of being a Caribbean Black man living in the Caribbean, but also the differences of when he did live outside of the Caribbean as well. So if you can tune in for that, that is 4 p.m. GMT. And I will be posting that next week as the Saturday video if you miss out on that. So I hope to see you guys again later today. And otherwise, take care of yourselves and have a fabulous Saturday. Hydrate, you know, and take a nap. Take a page from Renee's book, take a nap, go for a hike, get out there, and do something good for yourself. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.